My fat and caloric intake compared to the target levels was so for my caloric intake, I had on one day 1,722 calories. Uh, the target level is 3,200, and for fat intake, I had 42%, and the target level is 20%. My vitamins and minerals that were below the target level was vitamin D, vitamin E, and choline. Um, and my protein intake was at 74, and the target level is at 56. For a little explanation, my low caloric intake uh, and my high fat intake. Um, I'm starting a uh, ketogenic diet, which is low carbs, high protein, and high fat diet. I just started that, um, which I think is doing fairly well. So I'm not eating as much. Portions are really smaller, more meat, and a lot more fat, which is why I had such a high fat. I doubled it. It was at 42 when the target level was at 20. And for being deficient in vitamin D, vitamin E, and choline, um, I think I make up for it with my multivitamin. I looked at the um, ingredients and or the nutritional facts of it, and for the choline, it's 20 milligrams. Vitamin D is 800 units, and vitamin E is 100 units. So hopefully, that multivitamin is making up for what my uh, dietary intake isn't. So, and for the importance of um, daily consumption of minerals, vitamins, carbs, water, protein, fiber, and fat, because they all play important roles in how our body operates. So, copper is a mineral. It's vital in our red blood cells and keeping our nerve cells functioning appropriately. Vitamin C, we all know the benefits of vitamin C for our immune system. But one thing I've recently learned is the impact it has with collagen. So collagen makes our skin looks nice, makes everything firm and healthy. But collagen production slows down if we don't get proper vitamin C in our diets. Um, Carbohydrates, majority of us use this, um, use carbs to as a fuel source. But not just that, it's a great way to increase daily intake of fiber and whole grains, as I'm pretty sure a lot of us have heard throughout our lifespan, is that whole grains lower bad cholesterol, increase good cholesterol. Water. Um, Again, we all have heard the benefits of water. One thing I think is a very important aspect of water is that it helps regulate our body temperature. I work in emergency medicine, and heat strokes and heat injuries are all caused because people aren't consuming enough water. So they try and do some type of outdoor activity, or they're just out in the heat, start experiencing heat cramps, and that eventually leads to heat exhaustion. And then the worst case is actual heat stroke, which often leads to death, if not severe brain damage. Proteins, our skin, muscles, organs, hair, nails, all require the amino acids that we get from proteins. We use those amino acids to repair everything from everyday stress all the way from the damage caused by exercise requires the amino acids found in proteins to repair all of our organs, our skin, and muscles. Fiber, as I'm pretty sure we all know, affects our bowel movements. Not only that, more and more research is showing its effect on inflammation, how it can actually reduce inflammation and also benefit our gut bacteria. Fats get a bad rap, but there are some really good fats. Omega-3 is a very, very important fat found in salmon, nuts. Widely documented that the good effects it has for heart health, but also recent studies shown that it has a major impact with depression, cognitive functions, and memory. The ketogenic diet that I'm on, I've been doing it for a week now. A lot of pros and cons with it. I personally think it's going to be beneficial. The worst side effect I've noticed so far is a little weak when I'm working out, but everything I've read, it's pretty normal. From what I've read, it's because my body is switching from carbohydrates that's primary fuel source to fat. So once I become more conditioned for the diet, like this is my normal, everything will be back to normal, and I'll feel like I was when I was eating more carbs. The two ways that I can improve my diet is eating more vegetables, and mainly a variety of vegetables. I tend to stick to the same ones: kale, spinach, broccoli, carrots, and peppers. I really should increase the variety of vegetables that I eat. It does get monotonous eating the same ones, and I think if I added some variety, I'd probably eat them more often versus just in smoothies. Also, I should decrease the amount of caffeine I consume. Right now, 3 to 4 cups of coffee in a day. Often that's just in the morning. I knock out all 4 cups. So I definitely can benefit from drinking less coffee. And also, I think the most beneficial thing I have for my diet is the reduction amount of sugar I consume. I've noticed an overall, I guess, happier I've been feeling, not eating so much sugar. When I first started, I was really going through withdrawals, really craving a lot of sweets. But now, yeah, I actually feel a lot happier since I've kicked a lot of the carbs and processed sugars.